Lesson 4. Solids, Liquids and Gases. All things, whether living or non-living, are made up of matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. Tables, chair, water, milk, air, etc. are matter. Matter is made up of very small particles called molecules. On the basis of arrangement of molecules, matter exists in 3 states: solid, liquid and gas. Arrangement of molecules in solids. In solids, molecules are very closely packed. There is a strong force of attraction between them. They cannot move away from each other. So solids are hard, rigid, have a definite shape and volume, and cannot flow. Arrangement of molecules in liquids. In liquids, molecules are not very closely packed due to weak force of attraction between them. So, the molecules in liquids can move and slide over each other. This makes liquids flow. Liquids take the shape of the container in which they are poured. So liquids do not have a definite shape, but have a definite volume. Arrangement of molecules in gases. In gases, the force of attraction between the molecules is very weak. So, the molecules in gases are far apart from each other and free to move. This makes the gases to flow easily and they fill the container completely in which they are kept. Change of state. In previous classes, we have learnt that matter can change from one form to another on heating or cooling. Do you know how this happens? Let's see what happens with particles of matter on heating and cooling. Evaporation. The change of liquid state into its gaseous state on heating is called evaporation. When water is heated, it changes into water vapor. This is because on heating, the water molecules start moving faster. They become free and escape into the air in the form of water vapor and can move much more freely. Condensation. When steam gets cooled, it condenses to form water again. This happens because on cooling steam, the movement of water molecules becomes slower. They become less free to move and thus come closer to each other to form water. The change of gaseous state into liquid state on cooling is called condensation. Melting. Ice is solid when it is kept in a warm place. The movement of water particles in ice increases and they become free from the rigid form. They become loosely packed and form water. The change of solid state into liquid state on heating is called melting. Freezing. Freezing. When you cool water, the movement of its molecules slows down. They come very close to each other and pack into a rigid shape to form ice. The change of liquid state into solid state on cooling is called freezing. Solids in water. Take a glass of water, add a few crystals of sugar in it and stir. You find that the particles of sugar disappear. Where have the sugar particles gone? The molecules of sugar take the space between the molecules of water. So, we can say that sugar gets dissolved in water. Liquids in water. You must have seen a painter removing paint from his hand by using turpentine oil, not water. This is because paint gets dissolved in turpentine oil and can easily be removed, whereas it does not dissolve in water. So, water cannot be used to remove turpentine oil. Some of the liquids, when mixed together, dissolve in each other. For example, liquids like glycerine and alcohol dissolve in water. However, some liquids, when mixed together, do not dissolve in each other. For example, kerosene oil and vegetable oil do not dissolve in water. Gases in water. When you boil water, you observe some bubbles are formed along the sides of the container. These are the dissolved gases that get separated from water on heating. The gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen dissolve in water. Expansion of matter. When we heat a substance, its size increases. This increase in size of matter is called expansion of matter. On heating a substance, the movement of particles increases and the space between them also increases, so the substance expands. For example, to open a tight metal lid of a jar, we dip it into hot water because the heat of water causes the lid to expand a little and it opens out easily. Contraction of matter. When we cool a substance, its size decreases. This decrease in size of matter is called contraction of matter. On cooling, the particles of matter slow down. They become close to each other and space between them decreases, so the matter contracts. This is why electric cables do not appear loose in winter, while they hang loosely from poles in summer. Physical and chemical changes. Physical change. When the change occurs only in the shape, size and state of matter, it is called physical change. It is a temporary change and can be reversed. No new substance is formed during this change. Physical change may occur due to heating and cooling. For example, when you heat water, it changes into steam. On cooling steam, it changes into water again. Similarly, when you freeze water, it changes into ice. On keeping the ice in warm place, it changes into water again. The other examples of physical changes are stretching of a rubber band and cutting of hair. When the matter changes altogether to form a new substance, it is called chemical change. It is a permanent change and cannot be reversed. For example, when you burn a piece of paper, it changes into ash. This is a chemical change. It is because when we burn paper, it changes into a completely new substance called ash, and we cannot get the paper back. The other examples of chemical changes are making a chapati from wheat flour and curdling of milk.